Black fatherhood
all the time.
It must be Black fatherhood all the time.
Black fatherhood 24/7, 365. It's being committed to raising young people to be self-sufficient, independent, community-minded, business-oriented. The number one lesson I learned from my birth father was due to his absence instead of his presence. So everything that I did not have growing up as a young person is everything that I made sure that I provided my kids as they grew up. So fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, his absence taught me more than his presence ever could.
So what are some of the lessons that you're trying to teach your children?
First and foremost, we have a responsibility, and when I say we, the Roundtree clan as a whole, we have a responsibility to improve our community as much as we possibly can. We all have different talents and we all have different gifts, and we're all going to do it different ways. But I think the thing that I've tried to consistently instill upon my kids is that we have a responsibility to improve wherever it is that we call community to the best of our knowledge and the best of our ability. There's a lot. Watching my kids graduate, watching them go through their experiences to find their purpose, becoming a grandfather, and then getting a chance to do it all again with a very hyperactive 3.5-year-old boy. Anything that brings my kids joy brings. Fatherhood is underappreciated. I think that we as a people and we as a community do a very good job of celebrating our mothers and people who are the women in our community that raise us and grow us to be, strong, independent-minded people. But I think as a community and as a people, we don't always do the same thing for the fathers. And fatherhood can look a million different ways. Whether you have a physical father in the household, or you have a spiritual father, or you have a mentor that has raised you like his own, I think that as a people, we need to do a much better job at celebrating those men who step up to the plate each and every day. I think the thing for me personally was I learned that I was going to be a father for the first time at the summer between my junior and senior years in high school. I was 16 going into my senior in high school, and I was absolutely terrified. I had no idea what I was going to do. I was working part-time, retail, 15 hours a week. I had no idea how I was going to get money for formula or money for clothing, but on April 21st, 1991, I made a vow to that little boy that I would do anything in my power to raise him the way that he needed to be raised. So much of who I am today as a now 47, yesterday was my birthday, a now 47-year-old man who will have a 30-year-old in April, everything that I am today is based off the fact that I made that little boy that promise that day. I hope that there are a series of memories that my kids will have of me that have inspired them in some way. And I think sometimes we think as parents, like those real deep, heavy conversations are the things that our kids are always going to remember. But you'll be surprised when you talk to them, there are conversations that you thought you had in passing that made an immense impact on them. So I hope that there is a series, 3, 5, 7, 15 different memories during the course of their experience as young people, that they have taken something so meaningful from those conversations that they have implemented into their lives daily, and hopefully the way that they go on and parent when it's time for them to become parents.